welcome back to Studioloo. It's Cindy. So I'm here today with day number 5 of DEPHEMEREMBER. This is a December daily hosted by 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel. I have linked their videos down below in the description box. Today we are on day 5, which is using coffee and making a button card. So let's jump into it. So I have a lot of relative supplies to doing this. First of all, I have a bunch. I mean, this is just a little sampling of vintage button cards that I have. I have tons of these. I have tons of them. Then this is lace, coffee dyed lace paper that I've dyed myself. And then I grabbed my button box here so that I could hop into my vintage buttons and maybe look at using a few buttons. So I want to do a few kind of different things. I also want to try out the tutorial that Barbara shared in her video. I watched it last night before I went to sleep. That's the lovely thing about our time zone differences, is I can catch up on what she's doing before I get started. Though sometimes I'm choosing, I think, to go into this blindly without watching anything, and then other times I'm going to watch to just kind of get ideas. So I feel like what I want to use are flat buttons, and I think I want to use like maybe brown ones or interesting patina type buttons. So flat is the key though. That's what I want to use. Flat buttons. I do love these fabric covered kind of buttons. These are so cute, these pink ones, and they're crackly. Okay, those could be seriously cute contenders, I think. They're very old. Okay, let's get those out. Then, that's a beautiful shell button. That is also beautiful, but it's got a little knob on the back that I don't want. There's one brown one. I was thinking like brown ones would be nice for this. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, you know what? I'm going to get myself into a situation where I'm just playing with buttons. As I could do. I think most of us are like this. Like we have these grandmother's button box memories, and I've definitely become just like this. Like in this same kind of button box situation. Okay, those metal buttons are great. So I'm just going to set some options here as I'm digging, because I may find more as I go, and maybe whatever I find first is what we will go with. I just need at least about 4 to 6. No. I think that I want those 2 silver regardless. I'm going to do something with those. That's kind of shellish. Okay, there's another brown. Another brown. And brown was the original plan. The shell is just distracting me from the plan. There's a little brown one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 6. Those are cute. All sorts of things. Okay. So let's put this beautiful shell back, and we'll get these little brown ones out. Okay. So I also have a few other supplies relating to this that I want to use. So I'll set the actual buttons just up here. Then I got this really fun punch. It's actually an EK supply punch. I bought it from Lovecraft quite some time ago, and it's a 2-part punch. So one is the little circle, and the other are the 4 little holes for the buttons. So I want to do a few little projects with this particular polka dot red paper, because it reminds me of a toadstool. It's kind of gnomey, so I can make it kind of woodlandy. So I'm just going to cut a few of these. When you're using this, you cut your your 4 circles first, and then you just kind of eyeball it to get the circle around it. Okay. Okay. That one is too close to the edge. There we go. Okay. So I'll set this paper aside. I might need a few more of these. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to set them aside as well. Okay. And then we'll get rid of this. Now, I also have... I grabbed 6 of these cardstock cards to use as the actual button cards in the background. And ahead of time, I stamped some sort of freeform labels. I am waiting on a better set of like alphabet stamps, but I purposely kind of made these sort of freeform and antique-y feeling. So they're a little bit crazy, and I like that. So I watched this morning a tutorial that Barbara from 49 Dragonflies did as part of this video, and I really wanted to try it because it just looks super fun. So I have this larger 1-inch EK Success punch as well, and I went around this folder multiple times punching out all of these circles. So I'm just going to cut off these pre-punched and then just show you. I need a couple more here. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm still recovering from a little cold. So I'm just popping 2 of these because the folder's double, so there's 2. And you need 3 altogether to make enough of a thickness out of your standard file folder. So we're making paper buttons, basically. So I've got 3 here and 3 here. And then what we will do is grab my glue stick, and you just use glue stick for this. It's absolutely heavy enough. Barbara mentioned in her video that she found wet glue to just be too much of a problem with seepage and slipping around, which doesn't surprise me. I think if you have a good glue stick, I would always kind of go with that. So there we go. We have like a triple thick, nice like weight to make a button. And then to make the holes, I'm going to be using an awl and making 2 holes. If you have a heavy duty punch to make holes, by all means. I did experiment with my 4 hole button punch there on these, but they're just simply too thick. So next step, I'll get a bunch of these here and I will put them up here. So the next step is to make them nice. So we have all these blanks, and I grabbed this book, the Herb Bible, so that I could make some nice fronts for this. So this is a nice book, and it has beautiful illustrations in it. But what I like about it, there's a lot of small illustrations, which obviously are good for, you know, putting on a button. So what I've chosen out of this book is this page, which is lavender. And so I'm just going to go in. First of all, I want to save this label because I think I might use it on the button card. So it's kind of going to be like an herb label on a button card because they will be lavender buttons. So we'll just set that aside. Then kind of just trim a little of the excess paper off the top here. So I think for the purposes of my card, if I can get 6 buttons, that would be great. I may not be able to, but we'll see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we will. Great, 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 great. Just cut that excess off. Nothing I need there. 4, 5, 6. And then, you know, you can also grab from this too if you'd like. I'm going to just pop a couple more out of here because why not? Use up the paper, you know. Okay, so we used all that up, but I think I will set those aside and use mainly the flowers for this particular one. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I'll set the others aside. And then again, we're going to go in with the glue stick on top of the button, and then pick up your image and pop it on there. Just kind of smooth it down a little bit, stick it on. So there's 1. Okay, 3. Okay, so we have 6 lavender themed buttons. Now I'm going to pop those off to the side here. Get rid of my scraps. And now grab my glue book so I can work on prepping some of these cards. So I'll probably use this paper. Just going to cover the card here. This is the back. And you could use lots of different kinds of cards. You could use plain cards, you know, cuts of cardstock, what have you. These were like thrift store find. They were pre-cut card, kind of cardstock fronts for making cards, I think. So I'm just going to pop that on here. And I'll prepare 3 of them. Okay. I will cut these out. Just give it a nice smooth. You could use a bone folder or a credit card or whatever to do that, obviously. I'm just using my hand because it's not like there aren't a lot of bumps in the paper. one thing that I've really started to enjoy about experimenting with coffee dyed paper is low immersion, and letting bits of the paper just stay white, because the edges you get are really beautiful. I love that. Okay. All right, so there's 3 of those. I'll move that off to the side here. And then I just think I will choose which one I want to use. I think I'll go with this. Maybe this one. Yeah. Okay, so then we're just going to start laying out how we think we would like things. So I guess we've got the buttons, we've got the label, we've got the buttons thing here. Yeah, and then maybe some kind of like a purple accent for the back. I'll see if I have anything in my fussy cuts. Oops, my hands are getting caught in the holes of that file folder I was punching here. So let's see if there's anything interesting and purple in here. Oh yeah, definitely. These are shiny though. Is that a problem? It might be. I don't know if I want shiny. Maybe, maybe not. Do I have any of these washi flowers? Not that I can quickly find. Butterfly, a purple butterfly. Those are also shiny, but I don't think it will bother me so much that it's a smaller item. Maybe little fairies. Oh, these are less shiny. That might be nice. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that one. And I can adapt to shiny, I think. I can survive it. There's little ones. What else do I have? Okay, let's go with that one. So now I'll just kind of do a layout. I think I would put that in the background. I would put maybe the buttons label down here. Am I on camera? I am. Okay. Sorry for the shine. I know it's a little... Maybe this up here. And I'm going to coffee dye that. Or ink it. Oh, you know what I have to do still? I forgot. I have to put the holes in the buttons. So I'll show you how to do that first. So let's just move this back a bit. Okay, where is my awl? So now I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm going to set the button up in the direction I think I want to put it. And then I'm going to just make a score. Then turn it over. Support both sides of the hole as it's going through. There we go. And then you get your holes. You could use a button of similar size to guide you, but I feel like I don't need to be so perfect about it. It's just not needed. So if you can hear the the banging around upstairs, that's my kiddos playing with their Advent presents. Makes the mornings here very exciting to have a little Advent present. Okay. Okay, so we have holes. Now we need a couple things. I would like to gold around the edges of these. And I have gilding wax here, but I think I might try. I have never used this ink pad before. It is these random pigment stamping pads that I got. And I want to add a little bit of, I don't want to use like brown because I think it will really get lost on the coffee dyed paper. So I'm going to try some crushed olive, which is like a greenish yellow shade, to ink the buttons a little and get rid of the white. Now I just need to kind of be a little careful because I don't want to like completely, I'm going to smudge this a little. Yeah, that's what I want, just a little color. And I like the yellowy green with the purple. Oops. Okay, there we go. That's all I need of that. Then let's see how this, yeah, the gold around the edges is nice. Okay, oops. Now, put this down here again, and then find my, need my vintage photo oxide here. There it is. Gonna rub it a little bit to just blend it. Okay. Let's just see how this comes together. I'm still on the fence about the purple flower. We'll see. I just want to bring you in a little bit closer here. So that's how it would turn out. Then I would stitch around and ink in purple the edges. Now I have one alternative, which is this tea-dyed lace that I want to see what I like better. Because as I mentioned, I'm going to add some purple to the edges, so that might be just fine. I don't know what I like better. I do like that that's not shiny, and I do think it gives it a more antique kind of feel. So let's just go with that. Okay, so what that means is we begin gluing. So first the labels. And then I'm going to get my fabric tack here. Then I need to find I want to use green thread to put these buttons on. And I'm going to stitch them on, but I'm also just going to maybe put a little fabric tack on the back. I don't know. I think I'm going to tie the knot in the back for these. Yeah, that's how I want it. So while my fabric tack is getting sorted out, I have to wait for the glue to fall to the bottom of the the bottom of the container. I'm going to just use my needle to poke my guide holes where I want to stitch through. So I'm going to be knotting this at the back of the card. So I will start stitching from the back of the card. Then I will have everything at the back here. Oops. Oh, that's super cute. Yay! And I'm using 6-strand embroidery floss, so I'm only going to go through one time, I think. I don't need to go multiple times, but I do think I want to use a little glue on the back to just keep them laying down. Like that a little bit. Actually, it might not even work because the back is punched in a little, so it's a little bit convex on the back from punching the hole. All right, so let's see where our fabric tack situation is. Looks good. Then I gotta decide what is the right side. That's the right side. So I'm just gonna cover, this is just a piece of tea-dyed lace. It's like a little applique. Kind of getting all the little edges and stuff so it sticks down. And I think initially I had the button overlapping the lace a little bit, but I don't think I want to do that. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it ends up needing to overlap. I don't think it will. So then poke the guide holes for the second one. Okay, and because I want to do a few more things, I'm just going to pause you while I stitch all these on. Okay, I'm back, and so I completed this one. So I basically just added the rest of the buttons, then I stitched around the edge, I inked with purple, I even dropped a little bit of ink on this tea-dyed applique that I added to the side, inked up the back a little bit, got a nice little imprint from the applique that kind of gave me an idea about maybe how to make nice impressions using doilies in the future. So that one's done. And then while I was there, because you know time is of the essence and I want to try one more thing at least, I also made this second one using borage buttons, added the little label at the bottom, and I wanted to use, I have a few of these little like frames that have been hanging around in my stash, and I wanted to use one to top that, so that's what I did. And you could back the whole back of this with like more coffee dyed paper if you wanted to. I stitched around the button label here, so I'm happy with those. They're super cute. So now I want to take my inky fingers here and work on something new. So again, going to use the coffee dyed backing, I think, but I wanted to do something kind of like cute, maybe. I don't necessarily need this to be so big. We'll see. So I'm going to take 6 of these little paper cutout buttons. Come here. You know what I was just thinking? You could also like, no, never mind. Ixnay that idea. So if we were to use like 6 of those, I had this sort of idea about making a nice woodland feeling kind of, I think this is going to be a little too big right now. But let's just get an idea of what I can do with it here. Sticking this and this, and a mushroom sticker, and then these here. Okay. Something like this. I even have this little like fairy, but I don't know. No, that's not going to work. Kind of like that better. So we put the fairy up here. And then maybe buttons here. This is half the fun, is like playing around with these kind of things, right? So, or maybe these would be better. Those are so cute. I love them. Huh. I don't know where this idea is taking me. Okay. So I think the problem with these buttons is that I need them to get inked a little, and I want the holes to show up as well as the edges, but I'm not sure how I could do that other than like in a very tedious process where I have to use like a tiny paintbrush to ink the holes, and I'm not really feeling like I want to do that. Let's see if this changes anything. Oh, actually, yeah, it does. I can really see the holes now. I'll compare those. You'll see. See how it just blends into the background? Okay, that's better. So let's just ink these up. And then they'll be grungy and fun. Okay, then while we're inking, I will also ink this sticker because it is super, super white. We don't want that. Okay. Okay, well, that's staining everything here. Just trying to get an idea how I will best like this. It's like I feel like I want to use all these elements, but it might be too many for one button card. Okay, this here. Okay, I like that. And then I'll probably round it. Okay, let's just get some things tacked down here. Start with the sticker. Okay. And I don't want to stitch through these. I want to like be able to just leave them with the holes visible on the paper, almost like it's a flat lay. Yep, that's what I want to do. I think this one is more about the theme than the technique itself. I'm kind of going for a certain kind of theme with this one. Okay, so everything's down. Then that would even be a cute tag. But no, let's not do that. I could also punch the sides this way, which could be cute. Let's do that. I feel like I just want a different shape for some reason with this one. I'm going to just use the punch on the one and then maybe cut the corner here. Actually, that's a lot more tedious. Let's just use the punch. It's a lot neater. Let's line it back up. There we go. Oops. No. Okay. 1 and 2. Okay, love that shape. Now what we need is black ink. Too many supplies hanging around here, I know. It's the lab of a mad scientist. This is just going to give it a nice shadow border, so you'll really see those nice edges that are punched out. Okay. Then the other thing I might do, if I can, let's just see if this Sharpie will cooperate. Maybe thinking about just going in oops. I'm almost thinking about how this would look if I completely blacked out these holes. But I do like just going in there and drawing the little circle. These would be so nice in a sewing journal. It's like a stitching journal. I'm not going to stitch around this one. I don't know. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. I stitch on everything. I'm going to leave this one. Any other element I want to add to this? No. I think I like it. I think this is exactly what I want. I might add some stitching here and here. If I do, you will see it on Instagram. I'm too indecisive right now, so I'm not going to try. I'm sorry. Okay, so we created 3 super fun button cards. I do have other ideas, but this video would go forever. I may play a little more with this today just because it's like really fun and I'm in love with doing this challenge. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a really fun time. I will get this video posted. I have a thrift haul video coming a little bit later too. And yeah, thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm so happy to see you here. I try to do fun things, tutorials, like I do take part in a lot of challenges and I have a lot of fun ones coming up over the next month or so. I do on this channel a bit of stitching stuff, but lots of paper, some fiber and textile art, card. Yeah, that's just a little bit about me. So thank you again. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please take a chance on me, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know that you're here, and we'll talk soon. You can find all of my social media information down below in the description box. Bye for now.